Hello everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Enigmatica 2 Expert Mode Season 2. I wanna kind of just change the base style for this base, because I am not feeling inspired by building this way and making it kind of like slashy, futuristic / broken up, but I wanna just go back to Stone Block 1, where I had the cave sort of feel of the base. And I want to go with a kind of different route this time. It's going to still be cavey, but I want to use terracotta and jasper and stuff like that, but make it mesa-y cavey. And what thing that we can use for the grass, we can go with scorched grass or with golden grass from Botania. We can try both. And that might look, I think, really cool because it's going to be reddy and darky and kind of bloody in a way. And we can just use that. And for everything that we have in compact machines, we can make a little bit of a room that is designed around what it's in the compact machine, like kind of like a smaller version of maybe non-functional items, but you can see what it's in the compact machine, and that could be pretty cool. So for that to start, we are going to need to remove everything we've built here. So for that, I'm going to build a temporary base place right here, and I've started planning out where I want to have the thermoelectric generators. So this is just going to be a small kind of like square boxy thing that we can have for putting down machines, getting some sort of semi-automation going over here, and then when we get permanent machines, we're gonna start putting them in the cave in here, and we can actually start putting the applied energistics in at one point. We can then put the drawers in kind of like a broken up pattern in the walls and set those up. So I think that is going to be pretty cool. So what I will do first is pretty much just move the thermoelectric generators from downstairs. We're going to go pick up all of the pyrotheum with my new and improved tank, which is a reservoir, which is kind of like a 90 millibucket bucket. Is that what it is? So we're going to go here. I'm gonna break all of this glass. Everything is gonna catch on fire, but we're just gonna go in here and we can do a number like this and just collect all of these. And then I have to put out the fire so I don't burn the things when I break them. And I will just pick everything up and start moving it to the other base. So what I decided to put together is basically a power floor where all of these chiseled stone that you see over here, or as it is known in 114, smooth stone, is basically going to be thermoelectric generators. And I'm going to spend a bit of time on live stream today possibly, or if not tomorrow, gathering up the materials needed to make more thermoelectrics. And this is going to charge up our base for quite a while, because that is going to produce, I think, quite a bit of power. And we can just stick a capacitor bank somewhere in here, in the middle possibly, and have that for power storage for the beginning. And then for machines, I decided to go with just like a 3x5 area on each of the four sides, and that I think should be plenty for what we need. We're gonna probably have to remake some of the IC2 machines, because if we break those, they might not drop. So I might have to make the IC2 wrench, but I'll just set up a machine crate, and maybe do like ore doubling in one spot or something like that. That I think could be pretty cool. And I don't really want to do full-on blown automation of things here. I just want to have this as kind of like the progression base. So basically machines that I can use at any point in time, like a smelter, a pulverizer, stuff like that. And then over here, we're going to start tearing all of this out, and I'm going to be moving the drawers as well. So these drawers, I believe, if I toss an item in there, the item gets lost if I just break it. So I'm going to see if packing tape should be available. If I make some paper, if I make some sugarcane, because we have nature essence, and sugarcane is easy to get enough now. Paper, there we go. And then packing tape. So let's see, if we do this, we should have a full drawer of stuff. Lovely. Okay, so that does work, and that is really cool. Okay, so let me just go and move the drawers real fast. These, I believe, will retain its item if I break it, because they're normal. Yeah, okay. So I can just go around and break all of these, and then just move them around. I've taken our crates and our applied logistics system and moved it over here, and currently our applied logistics system is even just comprised of an ME controller and an ME crafting terminal and then storage buses for everything that is stored. And I decided to put the drawers in like 3x3 over here. That's plenty for what we need right now, and if we need more, we can just stack more towers on top or something. That could be a thing, but I think it will do for now. And what I can do now is go down here. Nope, not down here, down here. And we can start getting fully rid of this. I've already removed 3 of the places for where we have the thermoelectric generators, and we're going to remove the rest by taking a reservoir, going like so. Everything's going to light on fire, and then we can press V to change this on fill mode, and we can do something like that, and then just get all of these moved up to the top. I decided to also make a charge pad from Mechanism, which is a faster charger than the charging station that we had before, plus everything that is on me just gets automatically charged when I step on it, so it doesn't take that long for me to charge everything up really quickly. I have the capacitor bank now in the middle, and we can even change it to have the visibility on all sides. I currently have it just on this, but it really can be on any side because we're not going to have anything next to it really. And this is going to be pretty much our power storage for at least now. It's 30 million, so it's decent enough. We're going to go probably to the induction matrix at some point because that is going to be just all that we're going to need. And down here you can see that most of the stuff has been removed. I just need to fill this place in with terracotta, and then we're going to be basically pretty much where we started. I need to fix up this front side of it as well with some terracotta and stuff, and we're going to figure out where we want to have the entrance. I might go a little bit lower on everything else, and then we can actually start making the base with probably some TNT. We have this dynamite TNT, which is what I used last time around. So it's ender pearls, TNT, paper, and clay. That is all the things that we have, I think. TNT is just gunpowder and sand. We have an enormous amount of gunpowder. Paper we can just get from sugarcane, from the nature essence. And everything else I think we should have enough of. We could even use this obsidian TNT, but as I remember, this is way, way, way too powerful. So there's also explosive from Tinker's Construct, but I think I'll just go with the dynamites. And I'm going to test them out and see which one is enough for doing like precision sort of mining of sorts. And yeah, that should be pretty good. All right, I made the dynamite. I made the number 3, which is the same power as a creeper, which is perfectly good enough for digging out here. It's even slightly too strong because it destroys the dirt on the bottom that I place, but at least it's okay. So we can just go around here and dig a lot of this up if we wanted to. And I think I will deal with deciding where everything is on a live stream, and we're going to do a bit of building there. So over here, I want to build layers up on top of this. So we're just going to go like with another layer on top, and we can even bring out the drawers a bit more if we need to have more space for drawers. But what I think of placing up here is the sieving. So we're going to get some sieves, which I have, I believe, 3, and then we're going to get the meshes that I have. So 2 diamond, 1 flint, and then we're going to get our stonework factories over here. And we're just going to bring some conduits up here. And I have another thing that I want to show you that I did on the inside here. Which one are you linked to? You're linked to this one. So what we're going to do is we're going to just remove this, and we're going to bring a conduit up here. I'm going to explain everything that's going downstairs in a moment. But this conduit is going to come up to here. Nope, let me out, game. Game, please. Thank you. So up here, we're going to have some power, and we're going to run it to these 3 material stonework factories. I'm going to put them probably in the wall here. We're probably going to get like another set like this, and then we can just do like a 5 wide or maybe a 3 wide or something of a deal here. So let's see if we put polished jasper like this. We can put the material stonework factory like right here. And then we put the sieves like so, the factories like this, and then I don't know what we can put here on the side. We could put in just some storage crates for storing all of the items, and then we extract out of the storage crate so we can see what we need to process and what we need to store. So if we grab some crates here, I think I'm just gonna make just some basic ones. So let's get some wood casings going. So like this and like that. Wonderful. And we're gonna put these here. And I'm gonna have conduits extracting. So over here, we're gonna have a diamond mesh. And then over here, we're gonna have another diamond mesh and here a flint mesh. So this one is gonna be turning cobblestone into gravel, and then we're gonna sift the gravel in the flint mesh so we can get ourselves coal, which is kind of a thing that we're running really low on right now. And then this one is gonna take also gravel and process it in a diamond mesh, because that will get us diamonds and emeralds, which we don't get in the flint mesh. And then this one is just gonna be processing dust, which is, I believe, 3 grinds. So gravel or cobble goes to gravel, gravel goes to sand, sand goes to dust. And dust in a flint mesh, or sorry, in a diamond mesh, will get us redstone, which we could possibly just grow from the red orchid seed, but this also gets us Certus quartz, which is just better. I don't think we really need to do sand just yet. We can get prismarine shards and aquamarine out of it, which we are gonna need for astro sorcery. So the aquamarine seed is a starlight crafting altar recipe. Okay, so that's not gonna happen just yet. Okay, so we just need to get another material stonework factory. We're gonna bring this up to here. And then we can have another sieve and another stonework factory. So I'm gonna go make those off camera. And then we're gonna set this up over here. The products that we're gonna get are gonna need to be processed. So redstone, like skystone, certus, that is just gonna be stored, and emeralds and diamonds. But all of these things are gonna need to be compressed into ores. And I believe we can use compacting drawers to do that automatically without any power. So what I'll do is probably just set up some compacting drawers on one of the walls here, and we are gonna get how many different ones? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then osmium here and aluminum is already here. 7, 8 total things, 9 I think with the nickel. So let me grab the drawers that we're gonna need and get everything properly set up over here and getting things processed. So before I forget to show you, I set up our garden cloches and I made some extra seeds. So we have dye essence now over here. We have marble essence, I believe. Yeah. And then basalt essence, sulfur essence, slime essence, pig, chicken, fire, ice, water, stone, dirt, and nature, and wood essence. So that is basically wood, automated, dirt, all the different building blocks that we're kind of using. I believe jasper can only be mined from quark. That is large clusters around in the mesa and in the desert biomes, but the rest of the materials we can make. I also made a pressurizer because that allows us to make plates without too much of a hassle. So we can just use that and we can make our nickel plates that we need for the sieve. And then we also need the gear, which is going to be mana infused ingots, which I believe is diamonds, compressed diamonds, and mana steel inside of the DDD infusing factory. So we're going to grab that at 1, 2, 3, 4. And there we go. So that should get that done. Yeah, let me just continue crafting this. I'm going to have to turn this into a gear, and I don't think I can do that any other way than the smeltery just right now. Because we don't have access to the compactor from thermal expansion, or we haven't made the metal press. So compacting drawers do not work for compressing the pieces into the corresponding ores because we don't have the ore chunks. They get immediately transferred into the ore variant of the item. And basically I just used auto compressors with rationing, so they will retain one piece of item in here. So only the specified ones that I put in here are gonna be compressed, and I just filled the rest with jasper so we don't put diamonds and emeralds and stuff like that in there. And I kind of marked what we're sieving on each one of these with the side. I just used the Draconic Evolution to place this. So you can grab, let's say, one piece of gravel here, and then you press P and it places it. I think you can shift right click to turn it around if you want to. And you can also do, I think, some sort of right click or something. Something that you can make it bigger, I believe. Doesn't really matter. Okay, so over here we have drawers that are going to store everything that we are producing by the sieves, including the ores, because for right now I don't think we're going to have ore processing fast enough that is going to keep up with the production of ores, so we might overproduce a little bit. So I have void upgrades and storage upgrades with emeralds, because we're now getting emeralds in here. And over here, we're going to set up some energized smelters, and maybe even getting to the smelting factories. I have to look at what it takes to make the installers. So these, they're just circuits and casings. Okay, that's fine. I think that's doable. Now that we have a pressurizer, plates are really, really easy. Okay, so let me make a bunch of smelteries or enriching factories and smelting factories and see if we can get ore processing up and running. I don't know how much space I have here and how many ores we're getting. It's 4, 8, 9. I mean, we could have 5 enriching factories on the side and then 5 of the smelting factories over here, and then another set here and here. And we can also process the crushed black quartz into the regular quartz, so I think that will be pretty cool. And there we go. The basic enriching factories and the basic smelting factories are all up and running, and I have a bit of a special way of running these. As you can see, we're keeping a stack of iron ore, a stack of copper ore, and a stack of gold ore at all times in this enriching factory, and then in the smelting factory we have a stack of pulverized gold, a stack of pulverized iron, and a stack of pulverized copper. And I was right for not processing the ores fast enough. I will still see if these numbers go down. I'm not even trying to process the crushed black quartz just yet, so we'll see if these 4 and these 4 will keep up. It might be the case where we need to upgrade them to the next tier of an installer, which isn't too difficult. It's elite control circuit, so it's reinforced alloy, which is enriched alloy, and compressed diamonds that we have done before, and more steel casings and zirconium ingots, which I believe are gotten from the rock crusher by crushing diorite. You can get an output of 1 of zirconium dust, and then you can just smelt that into zirconium ingots. So that I think is also doable, but we'll probably get to that in the next episode. We're just gonna fill the holes here with trim or with another block. It doesn't really matter here right now. So over here we're storing everything that we're getting from the sieves, and then on the other side we're storing all the ingots that we're getting. So we are producing a total of 9 ingots, which is iron, gold, nickel, copper, tin, aluminum, lead, silver, and osmium. And yeah, that is pretty cool. I have just some trim on the bottom here to close up the area because we don't have anything else that we need stored. We will eventually add crushed black quartz into a... probably we could put it into a slot on one of these basic smelting factories, because we're double processing, let's say, copper and gold and iron. So if we, for example, process away all of the gold and we're seeing that only one smelting factory is getting gold, then we can add the crushed quartz into one of the slots, and that will be easily accomplished. So yeah, that is pretty cool. We have automatic resources. I have also connected all of this to our applied logistics system. So for that, we need to go down here and get inside. So over here, I have moved our crates over. So we freed up some space on the cable for some more channels. So over here, we have 8 channels. One is on this drawer controller, which is all of the cloches. Then I have 7 crates in a line here. So those are just our storage disk, quote, quote, I guess. And then over here on top, we have 2 channels, one for this storage drawer, which has, one for this drawer controller, which has all of these compacting drawers and all of these regular drawers in here. And then the other cable goes inside of here. It's an ME conduit that connects up over to here, and it goes into this storage bus, which is on this drawer controller, which controls all of the other ingots that we have. So if we go to our ME system, we can see we have ingots. all of them, and they're increasing, and we have nickel now, finally, so we can get more constantan, we can get more constantan plates, we can get more thermoelectric generators, we can get more power, because I believe I did some math, and we have 78 total thermoelectric generators right now, and that is producing 11,344 RF per tick, if my math is correct. I might have made a mistake, but that is what it is. It's around 11,000. So if we add speed upgrades, which I already did to these, we have currently 4 speed, 8 energy, and 4 muffling. So the machines are quiet. And the speed upgrades increase the effect by quite a bit. And if I start adding more and more speed upgrades, we get to a point where our power can't handle this. So for that, we need more thermoelectric generators, which this is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then 7, and then 5. So that would be 16, 21 more on each side. So 42 on each side. So 42 times 144 would be another, let's say 7,000 RF-ish, 7.5 or so, if my math isn't wrong. 42 times 100 is 4,200. And then another half-ish. So yeah, 7-ish thousand RF per tick. And we might see if that will keep up with those machines over there. If not, we're going to make another floor of thermoelectrics underneath. Because I think it's just easier to do this than getting into more upgraded power. Because these are free and I don't need to, I only need nickel and copper and steel. That's the only 3 resources, which we are producing, because we're producing iron, we're producing coal, we're producing nickel and copper. And that is the 3 resources that I need to make more thermoelectrics. And the only downside is they take a lot of space, and pyrotheum, which we can find in the nether. So yeah. Okay, so I think this is going to be it for today. We did a super cool automation of Sieves, and our tower is becoming a weird tower. So I think we'll place some polished in the corner bits here, just so we can have some sort of support. But with that, I want to thank you all so much for watching. I am hoping you enjoyed today's episode. If you did, make sure to hit the like button. You can also subscribe to see new videos. You can support me on Patreon as well if you want. And I will see you all in the next episode. Have a great one. Bye-bye.